And we're back.
We're back.
Here at the Cozy Show, on the Cozy Couch, the Cozy Stew.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? It's your host, Chris Mariscal, his co-host.
His ho-host?
His co-host.
Hi, Renos.
Yeah,
I forgot
there
to
you
say
go.
myself.
And we have a special guest joining us
Yes,
today, Mr.
Yeah, Dylan, man. Or you can call me Wave on Instagram, VHS Boyz, all that. But I just go by Dylan in real life. For real. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like,
The people who know
if
you.
I introduce myself, it's gonna be Dylan. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you know me by my Instagram name, that's cool.
At the job interview, like, hey, my name's Wade. Oh, shit, I mean, Dylan. Don't look that up. Don't look up with that.
But yeah, Dylan, we up in here, man, with the gang. It's been a minute, bro. It's good to see you again, bro.
Yeah, good to see you.
Big facts.
So, Dylan and I met each
Yes,
other
sir.
all the way back like 6 years ago, I think.
Oh, gee, damn, that's really that
a
long
long
ago,
time
bro.
ago.
That's
Yeah.
crazy
We're
to
old.
think,
Holy
yo.
shit.
At Hollister, we were both part-timers.
Facts.
And I would see this
Facts.
guy every once in a while.
Yeah.
He was just real quiet with his headphones.
Yeah.
And kind of just chill. Do what he had to do, leave.
Literally.
You wouldn't see him for like 3 weeks, come back, do like 2 shifts, leave for another month. It's like, does he work here still? And then you
For
just come
real?
out of nowhere. Yeah.
So many people would ask that, like, oh, you still work here? Like, yeah, bro. I just be in the cut. Honestly, I think at that time, I mean, I was doing 18, like after I graduated high school is when I really started like doing stuff, like as far as like videos and like going to shows and like dipping out for real. I think more so like that early time period is more so I was just like, I think it was baseball and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, people would definitely, I would definitely like come in and out for show. Like that's hella funny. Dude, I would come back and it'd be like two new people that I just
Yeah.
like never met. And I was like, oh, yo, it's good. Like,
Yeah.
They think you're new. They're
Yeah,
like, fuck
it's
this
like,
guy.
I've been
Fucking chump.
Dead
Dude,
ass.
and the thing where we worked is like you could tell you were good by how good you were
Facts.
performing because we worked in the
Facts.
back and you put away
Yeah.
clothes. So
Yeah.
you know, people who were good. You would take your job so nonchalantly
Yeah.
because you already knew what you're gonna do. You know where
Exactly.
everything was, and then the
Exactly.
new people are like no headphones, super focused,
Yeah.
like wondering where everything is.
Mad like laser focused in.
Yeah.
They're chilling.
But I
used to
loved
have
it
my
because
whole
I would just be
setup.
able to put like anime and I would just watch hella
Yeah,
episodes. I was
facts.
just folding clothes, you know?
Yeah,
Damn.
especially like those days where it'd be like hella boxes that we'd have to like, do.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like you or like one other person, bro. I would literally just put on Drake and Josh and just be kicking it, bro. Like,
Dude, Drake
the
and Josh.
manager would come back and just be like, what the hell? But it's like, I was getting my work done. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the thing is like all the veterans would be
Yeah.
really good where
Yeah.
we'd be like, you can't really tell us anything
really
because we're
tell
going to
us,
be
man.
better than anyone,
yeah,
you know?
Facts, man. But
So-
no, it was such a laid back job though, man. I appreciate just that time and that situation for what I was doing. Just like my like life at that point.
And
It was mad chill.
had you had started Wave Visuals by then, right? Or at least by when you left.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I started Wave Visuals like in high school, like
Mhm.
junior year, I want to say. Yeah, junior year, because that's when I took like a photography class. So yeah, it was like, because I had transferred from Modesto Christian, which is a high school out here in Modesto, playing baseball, and I transferred over to Bayer. And one of the electives that I had to like take was like photography class. And before that, I wasn't really into photography like that. I was like mad into like baseball. That was like my whole life for real.
Yeah.
Like I was like making it to the league playing for the Cubs. You feel me? That's
Damn.
where I'm from,
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
So like I was going. You
Damn.
couldn't tell me nothing different. But I had a friend though. Like
If it wasn't for the injury, huh?
yeah, I mean I didn't even have an injury. No cap. Like I didn't even have one. It was just like kind of like I played baseball my whole life. So like when I like my final year, senior year, when we like won the sections, caught the last out and all that, like I was just cool off of it. Like I was just like, I just had my time with it. And also too, that's when I started like finding that new love for like graphic design, which is also what I started doing in high school, and photography too. But yeah, Wave Visuals started like around 2017. I would just like post just like graphics that I would just make for fun for real. Just
Yeah.
like playing around, just like testing, experimenting different things. You know, like I would do cover art, like all different types of like just visual media for real. So that's how it kind of like got the ball rolling. But also too, I really started photography from one of my hometown friends for real. His name is Jordan. He's like one of the only people that I still like have in contact as far as like a friend from Chicago, where I'm originally from. But he came out to California in like 16 and he had like his camera and he was just like taking flicks, and I just kind of like got my like creative juices going, like seeing him do it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to try that out because you could just take it out, just take photos, edit it how you want to. It's a lot of freedom. So yeah, man, that was like when I started, like that early 2017, 2016, and then like by 2018, started to get more into like the graphic designs. I would do a lot of cover art for this people on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do like some cool collages. Like I would do like crazy like 3x3 collages on Instagram. So like the whole feed would just be like one piece.
Those ones?
You
know
do
what
like
I'm
9
saying?
photos.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
but it
damn.
would be a big ass collage of just like a whole piece. But I got that from like ASAP Rocky because he had like his like back in the day his page was like mad artistic and mad like cool looking. So I got like that like whole idea from there. So I would just do shits like that.
Now he's just a dad, huh?
Yeah, yeah, bro. It's crazy, bro. I dap ASAP up, bro. No cap.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So my homie, he plugged me, bro. He's the homie for real. I was just with him in LA too. He works for this production company. What's the word? So they production company and they worked for Amazon Music. So Amazon Music would do this every Thursday night football. They would have like a live performance afterwards. So I got the gig just being like a production assistant for real, just like being around a set, just like chilling, helping people out, whatever people were part of that production company I was working for, whatever they needed, I would just, do whatever they needed. And one of the people that were performing was ASAP. And it was just like, he was one of the most like into it, like artists that were a part of that. Cause like he had like a whole day where he just rehearsed his set before. And then the day of, he like rehearsed it too. All the other artists were more so just like kind of like did their work, came in, couple songs, sound check, cut. But ASAP was mad, just like creative and like mad into it because he had like a whole like thing he did before the show started we helped him shoot. But yeah, one of the times he was doing like a little like shot that they had him like walking through the area to like show like, oh, Amazon Prime like music live performance or whatever. He came around the corner. I was like, hey yo, what's good, my G? What's good, bro? He had some fire like old school kicks on like these like steppers, like some like not cowboy boots, but those like player shoes, motherfuckers be wearing a steel like toe tip or whatever. I was just like, yo, them shit's gas, my boy. Like he was swagged out. But yeah, that was a crazy experience though, bro. He's ASAP, yeah, bro. ASAP is one of the OGs that definitely just inspired me from the jump. Like even I just said earlier about the whole Instagram collage, like even that goes back to him with his creativity for real.
He's an
OG.
One of the artists we had seen that you've I don't know if like worked with or seen was Zombie Juice. Like we saw you had a picture of him.
That was wild.
I was going to tell you about that because the whole
right
time,
here.
the whole time I was doing that, I was like, damn, my man Jaime and Angel, they was really fucking with the zombies for real. Like that's what's up.
We'd always have their merch and
I remember y'all were telling me about like I think y'all were going to a show or y'all went to a zombie show or something. You went as well.
We met him as
bro. So shout out to my homie Arshawn, bro. Kids Take Over. That's the homie I got connected through him through somebody else. And he was just shooting an interview for him, like with him or whatever, for his platform, Kids Take Over. And I just helped him shoot it in LA. He was cool people though. He was hella cool, bro. Like Juice was cool as fuck, man. He was just chilling, getting his hair braided the whole time.
Hair braided like
he's dyeing his hair like fucking 5 different colors.
He was chilling, bro. He had his little dog.
I know the picture.
I think I did take a picture with him and his dog. Yeah, his dog was mad cozy, bro. That's
a dog for the studio.
Huh? I was thinking like a cat. If we had a cat, that would just chill.
We have to train it though to just stay no matter what. No matter what
you're for the show. You're not even for us. You're a prop.
This is under the LLC.
It's in a cage.
No,
it's okay.
Facts though. You definitely need a little dog. I got 2 dogs myself, and I love them motherfuckers. Those are OG Cozy Gang members right there for sure.
What kind of dogs are they?
So one is a mutt. I honestly don't know exactly what he is for real. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
But he's like a terrier, some Australian mix or something. But my mom just recently got a golden doodle, and that motherfucker's running the house, bro.
What is that?
It's
big?
a girl. She's actually getting really big, like for real. She's getting like hella big. My mom's feeding her hella good, so she's a little tomboy, bro. They get a walk every morning. Like they be living a life for sure. Like if you know me, you know the dogs live good at my house for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, man, I love animals. I love dogs for real. Like it's just a good when you're just dolo at the crib, you always got some type of presence around you. You feel me? And they don't when you walk through the door, bro. They don't give a damn what you did that day. No, what is going on? They just know you there, and they like, what's good?
They walk in with hella blood on you. They're like, you know what happened?
Licking it up and stuff. Like they gonna ride or die no matter what, bro. So
they give you a reason to live,
Yeah, shout out to
dogs if you're watching.
Oh god, love them.
Subscribe, all right?
Always grew up with dogs around for sure.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Would you ever like make an Instagram for your dogs? You know,
Honestly, I always thought about doing it, especially for my mom's dog too. If you go to my mom's Instagram, bro, it's literally all of her new dogs. Doodle, so it's damn near she got it like that. I actually tried to start a TikTok. My dog his name's Leo. I just always be
crazy ass effects.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine the profile for his
I
dogs.
know.
You know, like
it always capture the moments. Like I'll get a Snapchat video of him or something because he be chilling, bro. Like he really be like posted up. He'll get a pillow and like be a whole human like when he sleep, bro. Like if you know, you know. But like I always forget to like do it though. You know, post a video on TikTok. That shit is a lot though. Doing the TikTok and all that.
Social media is
that's
like,
the thing, man.
Effort into that.
Yeah,
you know?
man, it's a lot. Even for me as a video creator, like I have to find my balance in like being on that too much because it's like for me, it's like what I do. So it's like, you know, that's my portfolio. That's how people find my work. That's how I show my work. So it's like I really just like doing this full time within the past like year and a half. I really had to find a balance with that for sure. Like that social media, you get lost in it real quick, bro.
I'm like real bad
quick
with that. Like or like I'll be editing the pod. I'm like, oh, I need to go find this picture to like put in for like context what we're talking about. And I'll go on Instagram and I'll just fucking get lost. Like I'll get
lost,
so
bro.
distracted,
Really
I'm just
lost.
scrolling,
Like,
and then I'm like,
I actually go
what the
here
fuck?
for?
Like, I'm editing right now. What am I doing? You know?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. That's
it's
real.
bad.
It's real. It's designed to be that way too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like,
You know?
it works so well.
It's doing his job, which is wild.
It's lately we've been trying to start posting like way more reels on Instagram, like podcast clips.
That's what it is right now.
You have to, man. Like fuck, if you want to grow,
bro. Yeah,
you gotta post like we're trying to post like most days of the week, realistically. I think the best if you could post like every single day, but it's fucking hard.
Yeah, those people that be like, oh, post 10 reels, TikToks a day, and your shit gonna go up. Like it will, but your mental and your whole life was just gonna
like
go
die. You know?
Yeah, so it's like it's realistically not realistic. Like you know what I'm saying? You gotta find your own balance. Like honestly, if we give it 100 like once or twice a week, really, and then you just keep posting on your story just to keep people engaged, like that's low-key enough, man. Like you don't really need to like unless you're trying to. It really depends on what you're trying to do, but you get 1 million followers or whatever. But like, you know, you just got to keep it to what's realistic to your life. You know what you got going on for real.
Real quick, we kind of haven't even said what he does, so
just to get
some,
right into it,
just to get some context, real quick. Do you want to kind of like describe what you do and with Wave and with VHS Boyz?
Yeah, so right now mainly a video creator, music videos, concert recaps, stuff like that. For artists in the music industry. And then I also am in a partnership with some homies with VHS Boyz as well. We do a lot of music videos. That's like our production company. Been doing a lot of stuff like spearheading that, directing with that. But yeah, man, I've been doing videos for about like 4 years. But like photography, like we're talking about a little bit, like around 6 years in that range.
Get your phone real quick.
Yeah, I don't have what you sent me though.
It didn't come? No, not with the video of the
message.
Pictures.
I deleted it. Because I thought I was going to record on my phone. I'm telling you, bro. I hate the phones.
Is that recently deleted?
I don't think. I never saved it. It was just in the messages.
Oh, my God. Well, okay.
We can get it real quick if you want.
Okay, let me get it real quick because I want to show him something.
He'll probably be shook, huh?
The Cozy Show, where we get cozy with the fireplace in the background. If you ain't cozy, you can't be around.
God damn it. Well,
it's
I
all
spoiled
good.
the surprise on accident. I already showed him.
Oh, great.
That's fire, though.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of this.
Yeah, that's fire.
So here, or I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Before I left, this is like literally one of my last months, I think.
Yeah. When did you officially leave Hollister? Or like when did you leave?
I think 2019, if I'm not mistaken, because I was working at Frito-Lay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was working at Frito-Lay.
Yeah.
And I'd done both. But at that point, I was only really just doing Frito-Lay. Like, you know, I was doing like one shift, maybe
especially
every like 3 weeks.
It was so like sparse, like as far as like the amount of shifts you would get for real.
Yeah, and I would just keep getting them covered, and I was like, there's nothing really here for me, you know? So I left, and I saw that. So I just snapped a picture. I was like, dude, this is sick. And like, I don't know if anyone, I think it was under. It might have been under or just on top.
I wouldn't say it was on top, but it might have been one of those top like shows. So like
really hidden.
In Hollister in the back stock room, they got these tall bays, and like that's where all the clothes go. And it's like what wood or something that they're made out of. So I think it was like one of those boring days where you're just like not doing nothing, and I was just in a cut, just like scribbling my name. I used to do that a lot though in high school. Like I have notebooks still that I have. I would just. And it was mainly in math class too, where I would just like scribble the whole time and just like draw and like just do that for real. that actually kind of goes back to the whole graphic design stuff too. Like, you know, with doing that, I would just do a lot of drawings for real. But yeah, bro, that's a gem in the cut though. Yeah. If you know.
It took me like 30 minutes to find that this morning. I was like, I know I took the picture. I remember it.
That's crazy. You still have it. I don't even know if I have that. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know what happened to that picture, but yeah, it's one of those things. Like, that's why I kind of did it. Just like, you know, if you see it. You see it down the line, you know what's up, man.
So you kind of started with just photography, right?
Yeah.
Like just doing photos, which is sick. Here's a couple of them. We'll probably be throwing them out throughout the pod.
It's good quality. They're just so crisp. Like, damn, and the black and white ones.
Wow, nice, that was an accident, too. I was just like, I'm going to try this, how it looks. And it just came out fire.
Like,
oh, really? Fuck, because we're like, dude, he probably edits the shit out of them.
Like, I mean, I do edit them. Like, obviously, like, I mean, I'm still, you know, I'm still learning every day with the camera. You know, some that I'm still trying to master, but... the fun part really be coming in like Photoshop, where you just have fun with it, mess with the different filters, see what looks cool with your creative eye. Yeah, thank you, bro. I definitely try my best to like, you know, I'm always trying something new. You gotta be.
What made you kind of switch from like photos to like doing more filming?
I feel like just naturally as a photographer, or not even as a photographer, just somebody like visually like me, it was just kind of like a natural next step, especially like with what I like to watch a lot. It was like a lot of like those AUG ASAP videos, like LSD, like ASAP Rocky LSD music video was a big inspiration for sure. Yeah, that's a goated video, for real. So it's just like, it was just honestly like a natural like progression. I mean, I still do photos to this day, as you guys can see, but at that time though, it was like I just had met up with one of my homies who's a DJ now, and we were all kind of kicking it with this artist who's from out here, and this particular artist was just down to shoot a video, and I was just like, I was just new to it. I didn't know how to make a music video, where to start. I was like looking at videos like how to like put the clips on Premiere Pro, like you know what I'm saying, like literally like I started.
And you still took it up? You're like, yeah, I'm down to do it?
Yeah, I was just down, honestly. I don't know why at the time, but it was more so like I had nothing to lose. It was more so I had everything to gain because of the situation. Like, in the artist, like I generally mess with him too. Like his music was just so fire. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. Like, you know, like I'll see what I can create. So, yeah, that was like March of 19. So damn near around this time right now too. And I remember around that time as well, I got a new laptop, which I still got to this day, that I had just gotten, and that's where I started making my first videos, bro. We just went in a cut. You could probably throw it up or whatever, a link to it, whatever, for sure. But yeah, from then on, honestly, it just kind of sparked a love for like doing videos, most definitely. And from there, it just kind of like, looking back, I would just be shooting, bro. I would just start shooting, like, you know what I'm saying? I would, and also too, before that, actually, I'm lying. Actually, I did know kind of how to edit. Like, I did know how to edit because before that, I would just compile, like, you know, AMVs. It's like anime music videos. Okay, so it's like where pretty much people put like anime, but they put music in the background and do different scenes. I didn't do that, but I would do something similar to where I would just find like abstract videos, like avant-garde, like movie videos or whatever. And I would just lay it with like a song that I really like. And I would just do that like mad trippy. So that's why I kind of learned like how to do like the Adobe Premiere Pro and like mess with videos and effects, so that once I did do my first music video, I kind of had a little experience how to put it together. But yeah, honestly, like 2019, that's when I really like started with the music videos and just doing that. And just I can't even lie, I don't remember exactly what was after that first one, but it definitely got the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying?
People were like, oh shit, he could do music video, you know?
Yeah, and it did pretty solid too. Like it was a dope little visual. Like it was a cool, like aesthetically the song was dope for that time. And yeah, it was kind of like my first one. I just kind of hit the ground running for real. You know what I'm saying? Just found a lot of cool artists out here in the area around that time that were doing music and doing dope stuff, and I just kind of started creating my network of people that I knew as far as like artists and creatives out here for real.
Because you do a lot of local stuff, right? Or like local artists and stuff.
Especially like that? Around that time. Recently, not as much, but around that time, I was doing a lot of heavy like local. Because I mean, at that time too, I mean, I did travel a lot to the Bay Area, which we'll probably get into that. Like I would like do a lot of trips, like last second trips out there to like studios and stuff. But as far as like hands-on like working with people though, it was like local, because I was still getting my feet under me, and I was still just like, you know, the local scene was kind of, it had something going on. There was a lot of different shows and like people doing music. So it was just like naturally, and that's kind of even why I got into like visuals in the first place, was just my love for music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I always had a love for music, just growing up with music around me or whatnot. So it was just like I wanted to try to do something to contribute to music in a way that I could. Yeah. So that's like with all the visuals. But yeah, bro, fucking 2019, that's when it started. And then yeah, there was a lot of dope artists around that time. There's still some artists making music. But yeah, around that time I was doing heavy like local people for sure. I was working with them. Even to this day, you know, the life happens. Some people aren't making music, some people are, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's all about expanded too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have a lot more opportunities to kind of now go out, right?
Yeah, and I have a whip. I mean, I had a whip at that time too, but it's more so now that I have like networks and I have connections with people to be able to expand to like the Bay Area, LA, and have a reason to go out there. You know what I'm saying, and work with people.
That's nice.
But you know, it's really, you just got to start with your hometown, start with where you came from first. You know what I'm saying? That's just naturally, you know, so the people around you. Cause you can't just like go to a city and just want to start doing something. Yeah. Like people don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of get your feet under yourself first. So once you go to like a big city, you already got experience. You know what I'm saying? You come ready and prepared, bro. You know
I was just thinking, because we're talking about moving to San Diego.
Yeah.
Like towards the end of the year. Well, definitely going to, but I'm just like, damn, you know, we have grown here, which is sick, but then we're going to be in this big ass city, you know, where we don't really know anybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Modesto's awesome. You know, if you grew up here, if you live here, it's awesome. You know, it's mad chill. But as far as like creatively and just expanding your mind and seeing just like how other people live and just getting out of here, I definitely recommend it. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know what type of opportunities, especially in a place like San Diego. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a really nice place. Like the Gaslamp District is the vibe. Like that whole area is a big vibe for sure. So. Man, I would say, yo, we're all young. You know what I'm saying? So why not? You know, Modesto is not going nowhere, bro. You come back in 10 years, I mean, everything gonna be, you know, I love Modesto. You know, I grew up here. It's my other half. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, Modesto. But at the same time, bro, you got to keep it 100. Like, if you're really trying to strive for something more, you gotta travel. You gotta get out for sure.
I wanted to talk about that because I feel like, we live in the Central Valley, California, and you don't see like people getting, I mean, it's pretty rare to like become like huge and still be here, you know, like people end up leaving, you know, so like,
hey, Bankroll Hayden.
I was thinking of him actually, but then he left, you know, he's not here anymore. So I'm like, do you think it's a Valley thing? Like it's hard to like blow up while you're here, like you have to leave, or do you think it's like possible to?
I mean, it's an age-old question. I don't even think it just applies to just Modesto. I think it's just small towns. That's not a big city in general. It's like, bro, a small town, if you get to a point where you're really doing your thing and you become known, everybody's going to know you in some form or fashion. And it's just going to get to a point where people going to start hating, bro. You know what I'm saying? People going to start hating because you're doing something dope and they're in the same city as you or as them and they're not doing anything. They're just still, especially if they know you like since high school, they know you too. Yeah. They grew up with you. They're going to always.
I used to hate on you.
Yeah. Or you know what I'm saying? It's just like people have this type of like mentality like, oh, like why is he doing what he's doing and I'm not? You know, it's just, I think it's just a small town mentality type of thing. I think it's possible to blow up from your hometown. I think it's just really rare to really do it in like in a genuine fashion too. I think it's one of those things though. If you go to like a different, somebody's dying outside.
Bro, something's going on outside.
Someone is screaming.
I don't know what's going on.
I saw every pod. Something's crazy.
I know, man.
It's
they're
popping off out here, man.
They heard us talking about Modesto. They said what?
Start busting through the door like, get on the ground. What y'all saying? But nah, I think honestly though, if you move to a bigger city and you move to a bigger place, it just proves what you can do that much more because there's that many more people that you don't know. And it's like you can go to a big city and you become well known. Like, you can come back to your hometown. That's light work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna know you because they're like, oh, I grew up with you. Like, oh, da 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 da. Where it's like you can go to a big city where nobody knows you. You can start with a clean slate and you can build your name to being big. Like, nobody can take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas it's a little different with a hometown. But you know what I'm saying? I still live here. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I haven't moved out yet. I'm still planning to move out, but I haven't let that stop me from traveling and expanding my network, other cities, so that when I do make that move, I'm locked in. Like I don't got to start from square one as far as like, if you do like, in your situation, you might not know anybody. I mean, obviously will, build a network of friends and homies out there, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to like create that step, so I don't got to do that step. I'm already like tapped in. So once I do find a situation where I can live down south, because I'm trying to move to LA eventually, or the Bay, I got connects and networks. So I think that's a good like way to go about it. It's like you can still do your thing in your small town, you know what I'm saying, make a name for yourself, but also create a name in other cities and then make that move to a bigger city. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good like two-way, if you're not able in a situation where you can't just make a jump out the gate to a different city, because that shit's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Just like, especially now with prices in LA and just like California in general, bro, like, man, you gotta, it's not easy. It's not easy.
I think that's what we're like planning. Like we have a good,
put it out
like,
there.
Have some
write
time.
it down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Plot to it.
And
make
like,
it a goal.
Us making it a goal is like just making us kind of change our actions to kind of help us like get to that goal.
You
with
don't want
like
to get stuck
steady
out
feet.
here.
Yeah.
You don't want to get stuck. Stuck in the mud out here. You know what I'm saying? Cheat code is definitely writing stuff down. I do a lot of that for sure. Whiteboards. You know what I'm saying? Notebooks. You just as you get older, your mind just be running everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to. People be thinking, "Oh, I always remember that idea. I'll remember that," and then it's like a week later, it's like, bro, you in the mix. Like, what was that idea I had? Shit, but you write it down, you'll just remind yourself, like, "Oh, okay, all right, bet." You know what I'm saying? I'm getting closer to whatever that goal that I wrote down is. You know what I'm saying? So, right now, if you're already on that, you're already on the right path for sure. You don't want to get stuck out here.
We have a couple like shared notes. Like we have one like a shared notes with like the iPhone, for like guests. We have one for like merch designs that we're trying to make. We have one for like real ideas.
Just throwing it out there.
It's clutch.
Anytime we're having like thoughts, we'll just write it down, and that way he's on the same page. And if he has an idea, or we'll draw some stuff on there, or like put some inspiration stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice. It helps.
Shout out Pinterest. If I don't know if y'all use Pinterest,
dude, I fucking been talking about Pinterest, man, for inspiration.
That's where I make like a lot of like mood boards for like either videos or like just like photo shoots for like merch or something like that. Just in general, for sure, like Pinterest, I need that sponsorship for sure. I be putting them on. I be like, yo, like, cause like a lot of times too, when like artists come to me, I'm just like, yo, do you have like an idea? Do you have like some type of creative like vision for it? And I'll be like, yo, you got Pinterest, make a mood board, like, we can start getting visuals going. Just like visually get something going. But shout out Pinterest. Though.
Yeah, you got to get them like a code. Use code VHS when you download it, you know?
Yeah, for sure, dude. I got some gems on there I found for sure as far as inspiration.
I feel like the algorithm's so good on there too, because
you
pin something and it's like boom, like
find
all
like
that
20
genre,
things
you're like,
just like
oh shit, and you just keep going, dude. It's good.
Facts,
it's really good.
Crazy, and it's like. It's almost like what kind of like Tumblr was back in the day, because honestly Tumblr was something that I used a lot of when I would like look for like photos, because like Google Images you can find some cool stuff, but like Tumblr just had like all of, like the gems, like underground like old Playboy Cardi photos, or like a ASAP photo that you like never seen before. So like Tumblr was like a cool place I'd go to, but like now it's kind of like Pinterest. You find like some cool stuff, dude. Like you're like, oh, I ain't never seen this type of what the hell. It's like a dope photo. But yeah, Pinterest, bro. That's the GOAT.
So like we're going through your website, both of us. And like just seeing all the recaps and stuff like that. Like you're kind of in the party environment a lot.
A little bit, yeah.
And like how is that being in like that environment when you have to work? Like how do you kind of, because it could kind of be like you could kind of get mixed in there a lot, but you have to kind of do your job, you know?
No, facts. I'm actually about to experience that tonight, because I'm about to go shoot a little recap for a club.
Hey, we about to go shoot it.
You about to go shoot something too?
No, I said we're gonna come with you.
Oh, slide. I
was gonna say shoot someone. I'm about to go shoot someone.
Hey, it's reggaeton night. If y'all want to slide, I should be able to get y'all in. Like, I'm gonna put that out there.
Reggaeton night?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hey, baby. It's downtown, but that's still.
Oh fuck, we compete.
We have the comp. We compete.
Y'all gotta.
We gotta get up early too.
If you gotta see, that's one thing too, yo. If you got stuff to do the next day, that party shit is no joke, man. Because you'll be up late for sure. I mean, because usually like an club event or a show, like usually this club clubs, but that doesn't usually end till like 2.
Yeah.
And then,
that's
you know,
ending.
That's ending. Like that's actually like a hard end. Like y'all gotta leave at 2. Like you know what I'm saying. But as far as like the whole like getting mixed in the party life, honestly, I would say it's more I'm able to not get in the mix because I'm generally not there to party. I'm more so there for the love of just like shooting. So I think a big reason is just for that simple fact that I'm more so there because like I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I wouldn't go to no event or club if I wasn't shooting. Like as far as like actual club, if it's a concert, that's different. I might probably go just to network and tap in with artists, but like actual like club like environment, that's not really my forte. That's not something I just go out my way to do. You know what I'm saying? But like being able to like shoot it is cool because I can kind of have a third like. I'm kind of like a outside perspective looking in as far as like this environment of like people just having a good time, you know what I'm saying? Capturing these moments. Like that's the biggest thing is just like capturing like just natural moments, people having fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like even with my style, even when I will shoot this club event tonight or even when this like past events, I'm not a very like in your face type of like videographer. Like I don't got a big light.
Big ass light. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And like there's no disrespect.
Keep talking.
Like,
I gotta check something.
Yeah, for sure. Like I have nothing against people that do that. Like if that's your style. But even with my photos, I'm more of like a candid type of person. You know what I'm saying? Just like people in the moment, they're not even paying attention to me. They just genuinely in that moment just having fun. Those are the type of moments I really like to capture. So it's like, you know, I have my homies that I'll see like occurrently, like that'll just like keep popping up to different events, and we'll always chop it up, have a great time. You know, you get a drink or two, but I'll say honestly, it's just more so it's like I'm there for the video, so I think that's like why I don't get stuck in the mix. Like I don't have like a genuine interest to like party all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
and when I've seen your stuff, you're pretty like, when I've seen your stuff, like you're pretty like. Away, you know, like you're kind of just tucked in looking at it, so it's kind of like you're looking from like an outside perspective, which is probably nice to not you're not in the crowd in a sense where it's like, holy shit, I kind of want to just turn this off and you know, rage or something.
I mean, I've never really, because I've obviously had opportunities to just enjoy a show. But it's like when I'm there, it's like I just feel weird if I don't have my camera, if I'm not shooting it. You know, I'm like, damn, like what? You know what I'm saying?
Missed opportunity, kind of.
Yeah, type vibe. But I've had my fair share of shows as well, like Travis and like all the big like names, Cardi, different festivals. So I've kind of like had my fun with that too as well. So I've kind of got that out of my system for real. So I'm kind of more so on like just the capture in the moment type vibe. But yeah, bro, honestly, it's actually funny that you bring that up because it is easy to get caught in the mix, and you do see like a lot of people get caught up in that, and it's like, you know, you'll see them all the time at these events or whatever. Like, I'm like, damn, damn, I got nothing against it though, bro. Everybody got their own things going on. They want to turn up, you know, you release from what they did the week before. Hey, that's all them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on their different time.
Did you ever do like house party stuff or anything like that,
bro? Yes, I have actually. I actually have a video on my YouTube of like this house party.
I'm plugging it right there.
Okay, yeah. That was a while ago. Cause also too, I've been in heavy in the game as far as like parties. I have a good homie of mine who's a DJ. I knew him before he was a DJ. He was kind of like an artist manager type thing, but then he eventually found DJing, and that was kind of like at the same time I was like doing video, so me and him would just always just like do shit as far as like going to shows, going to concerts, and doing things. I would just video it just to video for fun type thing. So yes, he started out doing like house parties. I want to say one of the ones I went to was in Riverbank. I think one of the ones I've seen you there too, bro. I think
there was one with Sabrina.
Yes, I
have the video. Actually, I sent it to him, but it didn't send, and it was you like raging in there.
Dude, that was a great party. I wasn't filming them, but that was a good night though. That was a good night for sure.
There was another video. I don't know if it was the same party, but you're like sitting on the couch and you're like taking off your sweater. Bro, I think you're hella drunk or something.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was loaded that night. You know? I hope my mom don't see this, but that was honestly one of the funnest like house parties because it was like all my homies, like my homies, and then it was like y'all too. Like I seen y'all there too. I was like, hey, it's the game.
It's fucking nuts. I think that was the first time I seen you outside Hall. So I was like, holy shit,
that's
you
what
exist.
I'm saying. Like exactly, and it was just like in a fun environment too.
Yeah,
like
safe, like pretty safe.
Yeah, it was safe. It was. I mean, you know,
and Sabrina always throws really great parties. Like,
for sure. Nice. Shout out to them for sure. Like in that time too, that time. I want to say that was like what, early 19, like late 2018, bro. There was so many different house parties going on. Like it was like a crazy run of like parties.
Time to be alive, you know.
Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, and I honestly never really did the whole partying thing, even in high school. Like I didn't really go out until 2018, like when I graduated for real. Because I was always in the crib playing, like focusing on baseball for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're dedicated in there.
I was dedicated, bro. Like I really was. So I didn't really have my whole like partying phase until like after high school, for real. But I did video a little bit of house parties though. Like I was saying, there's one video where I did videotape it. It was like all the homies. My friend was DJing it. It was a good time. But I didn't do too much of it. I only did like one video that I put out. I don't know even if I did videotape other parties. But I didn't really start doing the whole recaps and like shooting like parties or like events until like my homies started doing bigger events like venues as well. Because like I said, I really didn't go looking for clubs in that whole scene into video. It more so kind of just like fell in my lap because I would just be around it so much. But yeah, so not many. I didn't really videotape a lot of house parties. I guess I would say that. But it was fun though, just to like get everybody in front of the camera, just to kind of like, people when people see a light on in the camera, they want to turn up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A different side comes out. Relax.
We're in high school, man.
But yeah, man, that time period was a fun one. That was when I was just having fun with the camera for real. I just had like a little Canon, you feel me? I don't even remember it. It was like a Rebel T5, T6. But no, you actually went okay. So I didn't do a lot of videotaping, but I did do a lot of photos at the parties. And the photos was where I would just have fun with the photography of it. I have like hella photos I saw to this day of just like all the homies at parties. So it's like, it's funny you bring that up. I was more so photographs though, not video, because that was before I started getting into the whole video world. But like photos, I would just bring my camera to all the parties and just like fucking photograph everybody, send it to everybody, you know what I'm saying, the next day, you know what I'm saying?
Hype, like, damn,
then they post it too. That's kind of how I got a little bit of a following as well. Just people I would just shoot photos, send it to them the next day, you know what I'm saying, put a little edit on there and get it out. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. I did do a little bit of that, I guess.
How is because we were talking about it, how like your music videos and your recaps, but like more specifically your music videos, like there's a lot of editing involved and like a lot of just like stuff going on at the same time. The transitions are like smooth but just fucking crazy, you know? Like it's like what the fuck is going on? But it's like it's seamless, you know? And it's like the vision's there. How do you, I guess you kind of described it with the Pinterest, but kind of how do you get the vision to do all of this, you know, because it's a lot happening at the same time. And then also, what's your process after? Like after you shoot it, you kind of have to get everything together into a music video. Like what's your process there?
So it's like, you know, one thing is like, it's honestly just like years of just doing it, you know. Over the time you'll kind of like get your style. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, you're trying to replicate like stuff that you see. So like a LSD, A$AP Rocky, OG video, like you're trying to replicate that. But if you do it enough, I mean, and if you put your own sauce into it, you eventually find your own style. So that's kind of like how I found my style as far as effects. I'm kind of not growing out of it, but I'm definitely trying to go more of a cinematic route with my future visuals, just like more subtle effects. Definitely when I started out, I would just throw whatever I could find and just like throw it on there, but make it look dope. You know what I'm saying? Not just make it look messy. But at the end of the day, I want the visual to be as smooth as possible, so you get to the end of the video without realizing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like a forced visual where you gotta like, oh, I gotta like watch this. No, I want you to end up at the end with the song and be like, oh shit, that was a whole video. You know what I'm saying? So whatever effects I can sprinkle into that to make it happen, that's what like my vision is for a video. Like even the most recent one we dropped was very like subtle and very like chill as far as effects and more cinematic. That's kind of definitely the route I'm trying to take the vision as far as like my direction and just like creative direction. And just creating worlds within music videos, so you don't got to do hella effects. But as far as like my process once I shoot, it's just like you got to take it one step at a time. So it's like you got to dump all the footage. You know, you got to just organize it, and those steps will kind of get you in the motion to start editing it. You know what I'm saying? Even for y'all, I mean, it might be a little different, but like when you shoot a podcast, you got a lot of footage. You might try to cut up a little bit, but you just start at the basics. You start at like, let me get the audio right. Let me get the video into the project. Let me just make sure it looks right. So you kind of just start small. You take the big chunks out later on. You just start small though. Lay it out. Lay the audio with the song, with the video. Just like lay it out like that. Cut it up. What looks cool. Cut out what doesn't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's really just a process of like just small steps for real. And then at the end, a lot of time, because I'm not even gonna lie, even when I do videos to this day, I'll be after I'm done shooting. I'll be like, I mean, it depends on what the visual is. So if it's like a running gun where it's like not as much planning, that's when a lot of the times you might have more effects or a lot more organizing to do and a lot more stuff. But if it's like the most recent one that we dropped, I had a way more of a vision as far as like different parts of the video. I had like a whole storyboard, a whole just like process, a whole like shot list with it as well. So I kind of knew going into the edit what I was gonna do. So that kind of made the process a little easier. Nice. But with like a running gun, bro, sometimes I'll be sitting there and like, I don't know. We gonna see, you know what I'm saying? But that's where the fun creative part comes in, because it's like, all right, like, and even sometimes myself, I'll just be looking at the video in the beginning like, yo, what am I gonna do, bro? Like, what is about to happen?
How am I gonna make this?
How am I gonna make this 3-minute song interesting to look at for 3 minutes?
Yeah.
But then at the end, I'm like, at the end of that process, after like 5 days being locked up in my studio, like editing, I'm like, oh, I have a whole video. Like, oh, how did that happen? Like, even to this day, it'd be magic for real.
It's fun because even like recording the pods, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Or like, how are we gonna talk for like an hour and a half?
Yeah, what are we gonna talk about?
And you fucking do it, and you're like, well, I did it. It's just like a blur. Bro. It's like,
but that's why I go back to the whole like, you just gotta start with the small steps first to get you in the motion. Because if you just looking at it in the beginning, like, all right, you tackling this big monster, you just gotta start small.
Overwhelming as fuck.
You start with a couple notes, a couple notes to get it rolling, and then if it's a good convo, it just kind of rolls. You ain't even gotta do a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So it really depends.
And like we have filmed a couple of vlogs for the channel.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be like the closest kind of to your work, and instead more of like the pod, just because it's like a bunch of clips, a bunch of videos,
hours of footage, like,
and then you have to like cut it up to make it interesting,
Yeah.
And you're like, how the hell? Like it's overwhelming. You got like tons of different shots,
especially if you don't have a hard intro and a hard ending. You gotta like kind of find that story within the footage that you shot. If you didn't have that direction going into it, so that definitely will take a lot of time figuring that out. I know how that goes for sure.
How is it working with like artists and like showing them the process or like the finished product? Like how's that been?
As far as like if I shoot a video for them and then send it to them?
Yeah, like what's kind of like some experiences you've had with that?
I mean, for the most part, it usually goes by pretty smooth, knock on wood. I never really have too many like crazy issues. I mean, honestly too, it's like, the most I'll run into is if an artist wants like certain things changed or like certain things they want taken out or put in. And depending on the artist, like I appreciate the feedback, because sometimes I'll be so in my own world as far as my editing or as far as what I'm trying to do that I don't have like that outside perspective. So I sometimes appreciate that because it kind of keeps me in check. And it's like, oh, that's kind of dope that they actually are just as involved with the visual and how they want themselves to look as well. So like, sometimes I'll run into that. But for the most part, as far as music videos, it usually goes like I'll usually send a rough draft. So like I'll just send like a hard cut and just like kind of like a loose base of what it looks like, just to give them an idea what it's gonna look like, the final output. And then from there I'll kind of add like I'll send them another cut after that, kind of like a progress, like, effects or transitions or more like, different scenes are changed. And then from there, I'll send another one and then another one. And then by the end, it'll be like a final cut. Yeah. But I usually try to keep the artists involved as far as just like what it's looking like, just so they kind of know. Because myself, I wouldn't just want to do something and then you just don't know what the fuck they're doing with it, and then 3 weeks later you get a video and you might not like it, might not like it. So like my perspective is like I'm gonna keep them involved and like show them the different steps of what it's looking like. And then, but sometimes I can kind of like nip me in the butt because then they think like this is the visual and they're like, oh no, I want to do this and that. But I'm like, I gotta remind them like, yo, this is a rough cut. Like, like this is open to change. Like this is not like the hard, like this is the video. Like
This is just the beginning.
Even the most recent video, I'll go back to it again. If you see the original cut, yo, it's completely different from like the last one. You know what I'm saying? And like even with him, Dadex, the artist, he had like a different inputs he wanted to change as far as like the intro. So you know, we worked together to figure that out. And by the end, we have a whole like, you know, cinematic movie, like a whole just like different outcome than it was in the beginning. So you know, it's all about a creative, like collaborative. It's a collaborative effort, like for real, like art, like, you know, it's all about working with other people for real.
Especially like kind of what you do. It's like, like you have to kind of keep the person involved.
Yeah,
I guess the only way I would think. The only way I would think not is if you're like super like a high name and they're just gonna trust you, like you know, they're gonna be like, I'm thankful for anything, but like
like a lyrical lemonade Cole Bennett, like anything you get from him, you're like, all right, let's
I'm
go.
good. You know, I trust your vision, but like at this point, it's like, you know, you want both people to be involved. You're kind of working for someone, but they're also getting a lot from you. So it's a very like balanced kind of thing where it's like, you know, let's make sure we kind of have we have something we both like.
Yeah, facts.
And hopefully they recommend you, you know?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of that too, a lot of it is just like, you know, recommendations as well, as far as finding like the next client. It's just like they see my work or somebody recommends me, and that's how you'll find it. But yeah, man, it's honestly, that's something I've learned too. It's like doing what I do, especially music videos, and just like experiencing like what I experienced within the last year working on bigger productions in LA with this particular production company, and seeing how it works, and then just so many different moving pieces just to make something look cool for that 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, there's a director, a creative director, there's a camera assistant, there's another camera assistant. And it's just like, I just realized like, yo, it takes so much more to like create visuals, you know, to create these worlds. It's a team effort, man. It really is. So that's a big thing that I've learned for sure. It's a team effort, man.
How did you start to like VHS so much, like the look of VHS?
Yo, I found that from my sister. She found so my sister, she be trading VHS movies. Like she really be on that. She was on it at least for a little bit. Like, so I started building my little VHS movie collection too. You know what I'm saying? She would shoot them off. Shout out Big Sis. But she, I think I told her like I wanted to get a VHS camera, and then I think she just like looked up VHS cameras on like OfferUp. And then from there, I found like this big old like home movie VHS like T120 big tape shooting right on there, like VHS camera, and it was only for like $10, bro.
Oh shit.
$10, but I had to buy the battery, and like, you know, that was a cool little amount because like a lot of these batteries aren't around anymore.
Yeah,
you know, it was like a couple bucks. But I at least got a camera, and then honestly, I just started shooting from there. Like I just started shooting. I don't know. Something just draws me to the nostalgic just look of a VHS. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just like kind of just like hit the ground running with that, and I just kind of took off with it for real. I just kind of liked how it looked. And then at that time too, VHS wasn't like a big thing within like social media and just like within music videos. Like you had the OGs of the world, which is under ASAP, that like kind of made that cool in the beginning. But at that particular time that I really like started like messing around with it, it wasn't very common. So it's like I just kind of like started like having fun with that, shooting little concert recaps with that, and it was just a different look from like everybody else. And also too, it's just like you see somebody at a show with a big ass VHS camera. Yeah, you're like, what is going on, yo? You got all these different people like with different 4K cameras. Yeah, hella people with different cameras, and you just out here with a big ass home video VHS camera. So also that plays a part in it too. It's just like you stand out, you look different because everybody's got a camera nowadays, especially at these shows nowadays, like everybody has a camera. So it's like, how are you going to make a show that everybody else is capturing and make it look different? You know what I'm saying? So, and
they know that. They realize like, oh, this is going to look different than all the 3-4K cameras that are being shot. You know?
And it's just like, yo, how are you going to look different? So VHS like just really looks cool. It's just a different aesthetic. Yeah. I found that camera, and then I found another camera, and then I found the one that I have now, which is like my go-to ride or die. That's like my cam. But yeah, honestly, it started from just like finding. Even the one I have now is OfferUp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out OfferUp, bro. I need that sponsorship too.
That's sick, good, man. Bro. You're like building kind of like your business.
Yeah, type stuff. And I just kind of grew a love for shooting with the VHS through there. Honestly, just pulling up to shows, just like showing people what it looks like, and everybody too. you know, like our age and older still has memories of the VHS, you know, era, like growing up with VHS. Yeah, so it's like a nostalgic.
VHS,
yeah, my
yeah.
parents, I remember.
Yeah, shout out to all the people out there with the VHS. But yeah, bro, it's a nostalgic thing too. It just looks different. It has a different vibe to it. Everything is so crystal clear nowadays. You know, it's just a different look. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of ran with that for real.
Nice. Yeah. Do you think that the VHS style has like grown in popularity since you started doing it?
Everybody's shooting VHS now.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, I'm not even gonna like hate on it or nothing. Like you know, we got the brand has been established. You know what I'm saying? VHS Boyz has been established, and I had to kind of like a foresight a little bit with that. Cause I could already kind of see it in a sense. I'm not even gonna say like I was like, you know, I caught it or nothing, but I would definitely say like, yo, it's everywhere now. Like everybody's got a camcorder, but you got to look at it too. It's very entry level and easy to use. Like it's not like a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty easy to like just use a VHS camera and it just looks dope. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with a 4K, you got to know like shutter speed, aperture. You got to know all this stuff. You got to know ISO. And it's like if you're not putting in the time to learn that and understand that, yo, shit not gonna come out right. So with a VHS camera, it's way easier to just look dope. So I mean, I understand why it's so popular right now. But yeah, it's everywhere now. Everybody's shooting it. I see everybody doing like VHS videos, and it's dope, man. It's just honestly keeping it alive. It's keeping that art form alive. There's nothing wrong with it. It's keeping the movies alive. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you got to keep the VHS alive, man. VHS for L. Keep the VHS alive. Life looks better on VHS.
Yeah, that's like I seen that somewhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we dropped some merch back in the day with that show.
Nice. OG. So nowadays, like, are you still doing as much VHS footage with your work, or like, do you kind of balance it with like some?
It's a little balance, but right now it's like I was just in LA shooting with a couple of homies, and it was all on my other VHS camera that I have right now. So it's like people are kind of like coming to me with that vision in mind with the VHS. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And I got nothing wrong with it because I love the VHS. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it looks, the way the lighting looks, it just looks so natural, so nostalgic. Yeah. And but yeah, I mean, I still keep it a balance though, like for sure, like with productions. But usually people do want it in like incorporated some way, for sure, with like the 4K with the VHS.
Is okay, so I skateboarded for like a long time, and there was this one company, they're called Baker Skateboards, and they would film their videos with the VX 1000.
Yeah, I got a 2000. That's what
okay, that's VHS, right?
Yeah, it's actually I think technically a mini DV.
But it has that look, right?
It has the same look though. It still looks the same look. I think it just has a little bit higher quality because it's on mini DV. Yeah. And it's on that format, so it looks a little bit more digital in a way. I don't know if it's technically VHS, but it still has the look. You know what I'm saying? I still have like my other VHS cameras, and it started off with that. But the VX is just so mobile and portable, and it's easy to use. You know what I'm saying? Especially at shows, like, you know, I can't really be mobbing around with a big ass T120 like home video camera, as dope as it would be. But it's just like, it's just way easier with the camera I have, which is a VX 2000, and everybody always comes up to me and thinks it's a 1000. Yeah.
You gotta show them the 2.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, it's a 2, gang. But yeah, man, it's dope. I never skateboarded though, but it's always funny to like people always come up to me and they have this like connection with that camera, like the 1000, because they're always like, I used to skate, I used to shoot with that camera.
Yeah, it was really popular back in the day, for sure.
I think I heard of the Baker. I think I've heard of that company before.
Because I remember like listening to interviews with their filmer, pretty like iconic dude named Beagle, but yeah, he was like, dude, it's just so clutch. Like I can skate around with it. It's not like too bulky and shit.
It's so nicely built.
Yeah, and I remember they were using it when everybody had started to like transition to like super like high quality, you know, HD footage. Yeah, it's like like nobody on the team really cares. Like they're cool with it, and I like the look, you know. So it's sick because like back then it wasn't like as cool, or I guess they're like popular.
Dude, now you got to think though, it's like that camera is probably like 20 years old, like 22 years old, probably as old as me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy. It's still putting in work, you know. Like,
dude, it's still putting in work. Yeah. Bro. Like, shout out to my camera. Shout out to the dude that sold it to me because I got it in like pristine condition.
Damn,
like, pristine. I got blessed. Like, every camera I've gotten blessed with it. So you know what I'm saying. The VX2000, shout out. They always think they always ask if I have a fisheye. Like, that's like the main one, but I got a zoom lens. So that zoom lens is really how you be seeing me get those crazy angles where I'm far back.
But you
like,
I
can still get in there real like
you can still not be drinking, but you could
be over there. But like still be like mad good quality and still be in there and then zoom out. You got the whole view of everything.
So is VHS Boyz now like, so you're kind of just Wave Visuals, right? Like that's your thing. That's you basically.
Yeah.
And I know that VHS Boyz is more kind of like a team, right?
Yeah.
What made you kind of transition to be like, okay, like I want a team and I want to be with VHS Boyz and like create that?
So it really was just like me and the homies went to MJC, and then we just all linked up after high school just kind of randomly, and then we all just like started kicking it and just started hanging, and that's kind of like the vibe. We just all just started wanted to work together, just do cool stuff. And then it kind of grew from that. I was still doing my own thing, but I always wanted to try to like create a team in some capacity and do like cool stuff for like some sort of collective. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how it kind of like started. But it's like more so of like a separation of like the Wave and the VHS Boyz. Now it's kind of more like 1-on-1 for real. It's still me and one other homie, one other person left. You know, they kind of did their own thing. It kind of happens with life for real. People have creative differences. And that's just how life goes, man. Nothing ever like, you know, works out how you're thinking it's going to work out. So, you know, you just got to kind of roll with the punches. But for me though, it's just like VHS Boyz, I kind of became like I don't know, just kind of became me for real. Not me in that sense, not me, but like I really just seen the vision for it. I kind of see where it was going. I kind of understood like the pull, and people were like really fucking with it. So I guess you can say I just kind of seen the vision. I want to kind of take it there where it could go, kind of like a Lyrical Lemonade, like a .com Nirvana, kind of in those realms of like music videos. I don't know if you guys know about those guys, but those are kind of like the underground goats. Not underground anymore, but like mainstream. Like they kind of are doing what we're doing, but they're showing that it's possible to do what we do, pretty much, like make a living off of dope music videos. Whereas before, like a Cole Bennett or .com Nirvana, it didn't seem like a route you could take. So yeah, that was like in 2020. That's when it kind of started. We all started, and then we've been going in ever since, for real. Yeah, going strong for sure, and it's kind of just evolved over the years. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make it big, bro. I'm trying to see it through.
It's inspiring, man. I love to see your stuff, you know. I know you just did that recap one, which is cool. Probably cool to see, just being like, damn, I did. You really have been dedicating a lot into it, you know. I see, and then just crazy seeing that photo with the Wave Visuals on the desk. It's like you've been doing it for a while, you know, and you get to trust more of yourself, like your process, I believe, you know, and kind of figure out and just get better, you know. Like I'm sure you look back at some of your early music videos and be like, okay, like for sure. I have so much more, you know, in my toolbox. Like, this shit's mid. Take it down. So it's crazy. It's cool that you actually
people
like
love to see the
it,
progress. You know, people love to see the progress, bro. Yeah, bro. After Hollister, I think that was like 2020, and then like late 21 or 2020, I started working at Amazon, bro, and that shit was a grind. Yeah, that was a grind. So honestly, a lot of the motivation to do what I'm doing now, like doing this full time, came from those days of just grinding late night shifts, bro, in the warehouse. And being like, yo, this is not what I'm trying to do, and this is not a means to the end. So it's like a lot of days of just like, you know, plotting on what the future was going to be like. So, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at now. I'm not fully there yet, but you know what I'm saying? I'm able to like, you know, live and do what I do. So I can't complain.
So like right now, kind of what's your lifestyle with VHS and with Wave Visuals? Like how's that, how are you using that as like a job in a sense, or like building your portfolio?
So like right now it's like I'm using VHS Boyz. That's like the music video productions, building that as a production company and like as a brand, and using that as when people come to us, that's what they're coming for a music video. And then Wave is more so of like my personal offshoots, like a club recap, you know, doing photos, doing fun stuff, even like with concerts as well. But that's more so under the brand of VHS Boyz as well. So it's like just making that separation of, you know, just understanding what's VHS Boyz, what's Wave. I mean, it's essentially still me at the end of the day, but as far as what the output is, So but yeah, right now it's mainly like music videos, club recaps as well, just like event recaps, photos, and concerts, stuff like that as well. The lifestyle, bro, shoot, it's fast. It's like I just touched down back in the city today, and then I got this recap I'm about to shoot tonight, and then I got another one in Oakland tomorrow, and then plotting on videos in the future as well, like later this week as well. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully that team, building a team too will help.
For sure. For sure it does. Like, I had one of the homies help cover a show for me. They knocked that out, but yeah, having a team is it's a game changer. I'm still building it.
Just like us having each other like helps, because just like I can't imagine trying to do all this shit by yourself. It's like I guess in the beginning it's a little bit easier because like you're only kind of doing it like as a side thing.
You're just learning yourself.
Yeah, like there's no rush, there's no pressure. But then once you kind of really start wanting to like take it more serious and put more time into it, it's like fuck, like I only have so much time, I only have so much me and energy. Sure. And like you said, like a balance. You don't want to burn out, and you don't want to be like, fuck, I'm not even living, I'm just working, just
working 24/7. Like doing the full time, definitely have to balance out just life, balancing the two, you know what I'm saying, understand when to take a break, when to like chill, because there's recently I try to get better at knowing when to stop editing, because I'm the type of person, I used to just go all night and it'd be like 5 a.m, and then like I'm starting my day out at like 1, 2, and then I'm just starting behind. So like recently I've been trying to just like letting myself get a break and being like, all right, you can go to sleep, bro. Like, you can go to sleep, bro.
It's
like,
probably better for the morning.
It's probably like you probably get more productive of a day if you just go get some good rest and just wake up in the morning and get back to it. So yeah, it's all about that freaking balance. But yeah, bro.
So there's no like side job, or like you don't have a part-time job or anything? It's just all.
Bro, with what I'm doing, like even Hollister was as good as it was as far as back in the day with the scheduling, but like now right as of right now, if I was doing what I did and a part-time, I don't think I'd be able to do it, just because my schedule is so volatile. Like going to LA, going making connections out there, coming back, doing this and that. Like right now this is more so I'm just putting my main focus into this and building my connections, so that eventually down the line I can really get some really make a really good living off of it for real. But right now it's just the grind years of just like feet on the ground, shaking hands, getting your name out there, putting out work to represent yourself, and know what people are gonna get when they come to you. So yeah, that's what I'm in right now. That's the mix I'm in right now.
Is there any like significant artist or like maybe a music video or event that has like stood out to you since like you've been doing it?
Like one of my favorite ones type of deal. Man, there's been so many that I be forgetting for real.
That's been wild, folks. A lot of videos, I assume.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think one of the doper ones I've definitely helped create and put apart or make come together, just because of all the moving parts that it took in the final outcome, would probably be this video called Top 5 with this artist DJ named DJ Kenzo. So essentially I came up with the idea of making it like a basketball game, and like having like the artist, it was like he produced a song, so he wasn't on there, but he had 2 artists that were, and they were within the game, and I had him, like I pretty much just like we put together like a whole basketball game. He found the gym, he got like a whole bunch of jerseys, he got like everybody to come, and then I just came with the creative direction, and just came with like the editing and the shooting, obviously the production, putting it together. And it was really just a dope collaborative effort, just to have like all the homies too that I have in Stockton come out, show support, and just help out with the video, and just like put something really dope together. So I think that would probably be my favorite as far as just like the collaborative effort that was put into it to make it come to life.
Yeah,
I think that was probably the most genuine one that I like. I probably, as of right now, because like that recap one that you're talking about of all the videos, that's like one of the first shots is like of that video. And so yeah, I would definitely say that's one of my favorites for sure. As far as like music videos goes, most definitely top 5.
Do you ever get like intimidated now that you kind of are getting more and more responsible? They're kind of like looking at you like, okay, we trust you with like, they're putting money in it. Like they put money into the music video. They're like, I'm trusting you with like their creative decisions. And obviously it's a collaboration still, but at the end of the day, they're looking at you to be like, okay, kind of formulate something. This. How do you handle that? And do you feel like pressure?
Actually, it's actually hella funny because I low-key just went through that whole type of situation this past weekend with the artist label. Like creating a whole treatment within a day, trying to come up with like a whole idea within a day, getting thrown a curveball. Yo, we don't like this, but can you make something like this? And like, but honestly though, it's like one of those things where it's like I do this now, so it's like that's a part of it, and it's like I've had experience of this. Actually, I know what my capabilities are, so it's like I know, like, you know, I can do it, bro. I can do it. Like it's just having that self-confidence of like, whatever y'all throw at me, I know I can make something happen. I can make something shake. You know what I'm saying? If it's post edit, if it's edit, if it's production. But it's one of those things. The more experience you get, the more curveballs you get thrown, and the more like, you know, just doing it, you kind of like know what your capabilities are and what you can do. So it's like, no, I don't feel too intimidated when I get, you know, thrown these opportunities or things, because I put the work in, you know. I put the work in, and I have the experience to know that I can get it done, like myself. Like, fuck what anybody else thinks. I know I can get this video done, and I can present you something that you might like, you know.
Two things that come to mind I was thinking of is like, or one thing, or two things. Was like WWE for some reason. I've never watched WWE. I've never been like a fan really, or I just never even watched it. But I've been seeing it a lot on my TikTok, and I don't know why, I just like them. I'm like, but a cool thing I see is that they're like performers, right? They kind of have like a sort of script, and they kind of just, you know, go with that. But there's so many stories of kind of things going wrong, you know, like, fuck, this wasn't supposed to happen, or this guy got hurt, or like he said a different line. But it's like that. That's why I like it, like on TikTok and stuff like that, is because they like make it work, you know. No matter what curveball, they're on live in front of thousands of people on live TV or on TV, and they still, no one notices. Like, no one's like, damn, that was fucked up.
Being smooth with it, you know what I'm saying?
And it's like, I like admire that so much, to be like, wow, you guys are literally just like you guys are like people who do plays, you know?
Like actors.
Improving.
Exactly, improving the shit out of things. And it's like really inspiring to be like, when shit goes wrong, because there's gonna be times with like the pod, and there's been times where like stuff might not line out perfectly, or this is different, but like, and the other thing that came to mind was how you've been doing it for so long. And same thing as last, it's always like been over a year. Every time you're kind of like building confidence with yourself, being like, bro, I can do this. Like, when shit gets bad, like, you're better, you know?
Exactly.
Like,
you
so
learn from it. Like, you'll know, like, never again am I not going to check before we start. Like, I'm going to check that. You know what I'm saying?
You learn.
It's like, you learn from those hard experiences. Like, bro, I've had a video where we shot the whole thing,
and
bro.
the lens was on?
No, like, we shot the whole thing right, bro. And then somehow, like, when I was transferring the footage, I guess, like, I vividly remember transferring the footage into the folder. And then, you know, obviously I'm doing something else, and I wipe the card because I'm shooting something else, and then I go back to look at the folder, and this shit is nowhere to be seen. And I'm just like,
and the panic when you're looking at your deleted.
The thing was too, these people were from out of town, and they were like, oh, we want to go shoot a video, and we want to do this and that, and they're like from the East Coast. And then like I would decide to tell them, bro, I was like, yo, the footage is gone, bro. I don't know what happened. The only thing I had left was just like some VHS footage, but it's like the stuff that we got was so hard.
So did you just have to make do with what you had, or you guys
kept not do anything? I was just like, everything was gone. Like there was no video, because I mean the VHS stuff was more behind the scenes. Like, it wasn't meant to be shot like VHS. So I just had to be like,
fucked.
You know, I sent him back the money. I was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I felt bad because I was like, damn, like, you know, I didn't fucking perform. Like, I mean, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't give them the product that they were paying for. So I was just like, you know, you just had to eat one of those, but you know, never again though. Never again, bro. Like,
I know,
you know,
Chris is super paranoid about that.
Once you have it happen to you, you're like, you just never want that, because you essentially have no control. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, you can try to like recover it, but like realistically,
Fucking Googling like how do I get back?
Most realistically, I mean, you can try to pay for like a software to like recover it, but most of the time you're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
I think there's something about like Kendrick Lamar and his like phone or something like that, and he has like hella fucking like music on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like a phone or a record player or whatever, and it's like fucking locked or whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll never get it. He's like, I have
Damn.
so much shit on there. You know,
Damn.
he's like, I just gone.
That's
You
the
know,
same
it like
thing
got
with,
fucking
crypto.
broke. Yeah.
People got crypto coins and they can't open their key.
Yeah,
they
and
just
some people
lost
can't
it.
open it and they don't want to see what happened
Yeah.
because you put a few
Man.
$100. You thought it was gonna go good.
Yeah, bro.
And it crashed.
It's all a learning experience. You just gotta, the failures you learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't let it happen
Yeah.
again, bro.
And I think that's also why we're not too. I mean, there is like this pressure that we all put on ourselves about
Mhm.
like wanting to make it and everything.
Mhm.
At the same time, like I trust the process so much where it's like, if I wasn't doing it, if I'm not going to be doing this for a while, and lining everything out, and we're lining everything out
Mm-hmm.
when we are at like that point where we do have like thousands of followers and we do have like really great,
Which will come naturally.
yeah, we won't have that background knowledge, if we made it like quick.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
need that
Exactly.
time to line this all out. And like, I'm sure with you're actually starting to get like really good opportunities
Yeah.
with crazy like ass people. You're going to LA, you're going to the Bay. But imagine if that was only like 6 months into starting music
Yeah.
videos. You'd be like,
Like,
I don't even know if
what
I
I'm
can.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't think I'd be happy
think-
with my result, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things where like social media began people's perspective messed up as far as like what their timeline is.
Yeah.
I mean, I deal with it too. Not FOMO, but like you're like, damn, how is that person doing this and that? But it's just like, at the end of the day, it's all about your own timeline, your own experience for real. And like I couldn't, like if I was doing all that when I just started, it probably wouldn't look as good as it does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. In due time, it's like as long as you put in the work, that comes the confidence. And when the big opportunities come, you don't have any anxiety about it because you're like, yo, I've done this before. Like this is regular. You know what I'm saying? We gonna knock it out regardless. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, you just build up that confidence. Building a structure, slowly with people and with your brand and what you're doing is way better than a quick stardom. You see that a lot with TikTok. You see a lot of like artists come up quick with TikTok and their songs. Year later, a month later, a week later, you don't hear nothing from them. You know what I'm saying?
Boom, boom.
You
Nice to just
you
kind
want
of a
that
steady-
slow
yeah.
rise.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
that longevity, bro.
Hey, but if we pop off out of nowhere, I'm not complaining. You know?
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just all about how you maintain it. That's the biggest thing. The maintaining it. That's what separates people for sure.
Did you have any like crazy ass stories from being at these shows? Like you ever see anything wild happening?
I mean, you can already think about what happens at clubs. Like shit, shit gets real shiesty, real thoughty for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like shows though. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, obviously you have your fights that break out. That's usually like a regular thing that might happen if it's like a party or an event.
You ever get scared of that? Like, fuck, when they're
Hell
fighting or
no.
anything?
I don't
You're like,
really
holy
care,
shit.
bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I be in a cut. I just be like, hey, y'all go over there. I'm over here chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Keep
And
fighting,
if
keep fighting.
Hey, whoa. You start commentating, it's John Jones. Sit your game.
Yeah, for the most part, bro, I just be in the cut and I just do not be worrying about it. I mean, obviously I keep my eye on it just to make sure, nothing like you want to pop off. Especially in a place like Modesto. But as far as like crazy stories off the top of my head, I can't think of nothing in like particular. I do remember the first time though that I went to like a concert. And it was like I was like backstage with the artist. It was Noah Cyrus, and she was in San Francisco, and one of the homies that I knew her, was like cool with her, and so we got like the in on that, and then I just brought my camera along, and that was one of the first experiences where I was like, yo, this is like really dope. Like you get to like kick it backstage, and then you get the whole photo pit, the photo area where you can take photos and whatnot. Got some really cool photos that I still like to this day. But yeah, that was like one of the first experiences though of like the whole like concert like venue vibe of that. That was pretty insane. What else? What's another one?
Did you see like what Billy Ray Cyrus just chilling there with
Nah,
smoking
we
some
were,
weed?
we were hella like talking about it though. I remember too. We were just in the back, just like just chilling, watching Step Brothers like on the TV. We were just like kicking it in the back area, just chilling, posted up.
Damn.
Yeah, I
It must
remember.
be surreal too, like seeing like big names too. You know, like when
Yeah.
we saw Flatbush Zombies, we saw that concert.
Yeah.
But we also paid for like the VIP.
The
like,
VIP,
meet and greet,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
real quick, give them a little dap up and be like, hey, you know,
Yeah,
they're fucking
yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
But it is crazy seeing someone like that in person. It's like meeting like a superhero.
Yeah,
You're like,
I will.
holy shit.
Yeah.
you
No,
know?
it's crazy. Like I will say, as like I mean, I have actually had some crazy experience, not shooting, but like I was saying with that Amazon Music stuff, like like just being around it. Like that experience was crazy because I was able to just sit back and watch like how an artist and their team will come through, and they, you know, the people will come and have everything ready with the interview questions, because it was like they had this segment right where they would have 2 Chainz was like the person that would host it, and they had like this, like they had the main stage area, and then they would have the back area where everybody would do the interviews. They would come through and do whatever content that they needed to do. But beforehand, you would have everybody set up the shots, make sure everything looks good, so that when the artist would come through, everything would be smooth, like milky smooth, like everything would just go cool. So that was really crazy to see. So like, you know, like meeting ASAP was really crazy to see, like his creative like vision on things. And then it was dope. I guess it was a cool story though. Like after the ASAP one, he had like this little VIP area, and everybody was just kicking it. Rihanna was there, Earl Sweatshirt was there. I'm over
And
there.
you're
like,
there?
No, okay, so like I'm chilling, right?
He's there with the hella zoom. He's like,
I was just
outside the
working.
window?
I wasn't even shooting. I wasn't even shooting. It was just a little like VIP area. I'm a production assistant, but I don't really need to do anything at that point.
Yeah.
Even crazier thing is too, for the live stream, they had a camera guy in the crowd shooting like a POV from the crowd.
Yeah.
And my homie would like recommended me to go help the guy shoot it, because, you know, obviously he has this big camera and he needs help to like make sure his back is good, like nobody's gonna get hit from the camera.
Yeah.
So it was like me and a security guard just helping this guy like help him film it. You know what I'm saying? So the show was dope. I got like a cool like just vantage point to watch the whole show from the POV of like just the crowd.
Wow.
And so it was just like the security guard that was helping me with the guy was in front of like the little doorway into the little VIP section where everybody was kicking it. Where everybody was kicking it, my bad. So I'm just over there chopping it up. I wasn't even really pressed about trying to get into the VIP area. I'm just like just chilling with the security dude because he's cool and we just chopping it up.
Yeah.
And then he eventually leaves, so I'm just like, all right, bet I'm finna go in there.
You're
Like,
the security.
yeah. And it was just like a little opening, and there was some people. So also too, they have like usually like a stand-in. So like a stand-in is when, you know, before the artist comes, they obviously want to make sure everything's looking right. They need somebody to stand in for that person. So the stand-in, I forgot his name. Damn, my bad. He was in there. It was so many people, so many different names. He's in there chilling though, and I see him, and then I'm just like, oh, because a lot of times too, when you're around these like, you know, A-list celebrities or these people, you kind of definitely stand out, especially if it's in like a chill environment, because I mean, unless you know somebody, you kind of stand out because they're like obviously looking like, who is this guy? Like,
what is going on?
I've never seen this guy before. Like, but it's like if you know somebody within that world, or you know somebody chilling, it like kind of breaks that barrier. So you're like, you know, it makes it more.
All of a
natural.
sudden, he's your best friend, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, low key. I mean, you know, a lot of times you're just chopping it up too. You know, it's just, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, so I just made my way in there and I just dapped it up. Earl Sweatshirt comes out of nowhere. I'm like, oh damn, what's good, bro? I was like, be safe out here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just something funny. Yeah, but he was cool. I mean, yeah, so that was a cool story. Just seeing Riri right there, just like chilling, posted up, just seeing like that whole like, you know, entourage of people and seeing how A$AP moves. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, all these celebrities are just regular people, cool people. You know, even with Juice, he was less cool people. We was chilling. I've been able to meet a lot of like dope artists that I like look up to for sure. And yeah, at the end of the day, a lot of times they're just like regular people. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with me and you, like you wouldn't want nobody being weird, like asking you, like fanning out and whatnot. Like, oh, yo, like, what about this? What about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? It
There's going to be times where you're going to be like, I just want to just chill. You know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like that was a cool story. What else? Like, yo, that Amazon Music gig was a crazy experience. Like, we got to see Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was cool. That was a good show. Who else? Damn, why am I
name
blanking?
drop some people.
Yeah, nah, it was just dope. Also too, another cool experience was working on set. Post Malone, he had this like album release, like listening party that was a cool experience, just like working on a set with like a big artist and just seeing like what their vibe is. Like Post was cool as hell, bro. Like after the show, he's just dapping everybody up, like thank you, you know what I'm saying? Just saying thank you, like, you know, that just goes a long way to see how an artist like respects people, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people don't be having no respect for nobody and just be on this pedestal, you know. So like that was really cool. But yeah, that all happened within like last year, bro, for real. And like going back to working at Amazon, like literally every day I would just think about like, how am I gonna find a way on like a set? Like how am I gonna find my way on to like doing something that I want to do? So it's like that every day in your mind, you just like manifest that for real, you know, writing it down. So yeah, last year was a trip for sure, being able to just open my mind up and see how, you know, how it really is working with bigger artists, you know, getting the behind the scenes look of it for real. So yeah, like those were some really cool experiences as far as like shows goes, like seeing. It's like it's really a job. Like, it looks all fun in games, but these artists behind the scenes are really working. Yeah, like it's not easy. Like even those VIP meet and greets, like you got to think you're meeting like hella people, like every like, you know, in the span of like an hour. Just like all these people that generally mess with you, like that's a lot of energy to like you know output. You know, but a lot of them be thankful too. You know what I'm saying? Like a dope one recently was I got to cover this show with this artist named Kuko. I don't know if you know Kuko. Yeah, that was like a reference thing. Somebody like referred me to somebody, was able to shoot that, and it was dope to just meet him. You know, we were just chopping it up, kicking it in the backstage after the show, and it's like, you know, they just be regular people, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when the show comes on, that's when the work starts, and that's when they're like, you know, the shit gotta turn on. You know, smile for the camera. You know, but yeah, it's crazy just to see how people move. You know, I'm a very observant person. You know, even at these like concerts and recaps, like a lot of the times I just be back chilling, like just seeing how everything's going. You know, seeing how the venue feels out, just seeing what the vibe is. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta really like just feel the room. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever worked with an artist who's just a complete dick? Like, just, you don't have to name him, but you know.
I mean. Yeah, like literally, like I think like last week. I mean, it wasn't really that he was. It wasn't really that he was a dick per se. It was more so that you could tell that him and his team they didn't talk about what was about to go down. So when he came, he didn't really know what was going on. So it was like kind of going back to where like feeling intimidated as far as like people are relying on you. Is like one of those things where it was like, all right, I'm gonna stick to the script what we already have put together, and I know it's gonna be a cool outcome. But you know, so, like that whole situation, it wasn't the greatest collaborative. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was a little rough for sure. Like me and a homie, like going back to having a team, like thankfully I had my homie to help me with it, because if I was by myself, it probably would have been a disaster. Like as far as it's like, it would have been a lot just to do dolo, you know what I'm saying? But thankfully I had somebody that was able to help, and I always appreciate people that can help me, you know, and I can help them as well, just like create these, you know, ideas come to life. But yeah, I've experienced it though, but not a lot though. Like a lot of times, like people, you know, they're very like, they understand like it's a collaborative thing. Most of the time they're very collaborative for sure. You know, I feel like I probably will get that more the more I work with bigger artists, because then that's when you get the whole like ego thing comes in. You know, most of the time you're working most of the time I'm working with people that are very like in the same shoes as me, but they're just making music, so it's a very like understanding you know, situation. But like again, seeing the behind the scenes of these bigger concerts and events, you see how some of these artists are with their egos, and it's very business and very like, I need this done for me. You know what I'm saying?
Like paying you to do a job, just do it.
You know? Just do it. Just get it done. That's it. There's no like friendly, like no. It's just we're here to do a job.
It's gonna be nice. Or we were just talking about how like, you know, you want to go to the next stage of things. But like every stage of your life, there's some stuff to appreciate, you know? And I'm sure like right now where you're at, where you're kind of just working, well, like you said, with people who are in the same shoes as you, they're just trying to grind and make it. So they appreciate you a lot more, and they're very understanding, you know? And then I'm sure if you like move on up, you're going to get less of that. And you're going to look back and be like, wow, I remember that time I was like, working on just music videos with just people that were just like me, you know, and stuff like that.
This
and even before, like I'm sure you know, you look back like a year or two ago, like now it was just local, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah,
and that was a
exactly.
whole different stage.
That was a whole
itself,
different
you know?
world. Yeah, now I'm, you know, like we're talking about now, it's like going to the Bay in LA,
Mhm.
but you know, it's just like gradual steps, like little small steps.
Yeah,
know
you'll
what I'm saying?
gain stuff, and then you're gonna lose stuff.
Yeah,
too,
for
which is
sure. Like I
nuts.
definitely have, like, you know, a lot of like you know, people come and go, you know, a lot of different friendships, relationships come and go when you're just so focused on something. But that's just kind of like the game. You just gotta like stick with the people that stick around, and if they don't, it's all good. It's still love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, especially as you get older, you get out of high school, people go their own routes in their own lanes. It's not as, you know, kumbaya as it was in high school. You know what I'm saying? People kind of like, you know, dip off and do their own thing. But that's another thing too, though. It's like, you know, relationships, people come and go. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have that focus on what you're doing, though. You know, not get mixed up with trying to be cool and be liked. You know what I'm saying?
And especially like kind of doing what we do and stuff, and just like being out there, you know, like creatively and stuff like that it is like intimidating. And
it is.
And it's like you are doing something different, you know. You're
Yeah.
putting yourself out there. You post something, and you know, like, I'm the only one doing this, or like it's just me, and like I hope people kind of like it, and it's just interesting, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and just recently too, my mom commented on the last video we dropped, and I was like, even now, I was like, oh damn, that's what's up. Like, you watching this? Yeah. Like, you know, even to my like, it's just like you're saying, it is a lot to put yourself out there. Like I remember one time one of the managers at Hollister was watching one of the videos that I had made, and I was just like, that felt so like,
it's crazy,
like, what
right?
the hell?
What the fuck?
Felt so awkward, like, you know what I'm saying? Like combining those two worlds, but it's just like, it's a step, man. It's a step, but once you make that step, and if it's something you genuinely love, bro, it's such a like rewarding thing to do, for sure, to put stuff out there that people fuck with, you know.
Yeah,
most definitely.
What position do you play in baseball?
So like, I mean, I played shortstop a lot younger, third base. I did pitching for a little bit, but I kind of stopped doing that as I got older. And then like when we got to like high school, it was mainly like outfield, center field, left field.
Oh, nice.
That's what I like to do the most, because like it's just like hella fun. I like to run, dive, you know what I'm saying? That was just like hella fun to do. But yeah, this outfield mainly. What about you?
I played second base.
Second.
Mostly,
I can see you, little, second baseman for sure, with a quick little double play. You know what I'm saying?
Double play action. You know,
sure.
I like to do that too, like dive or like slide for a ball. You know, like
second base is pretty chill.
It's a nice position.
No, I
like
love
that.
baseball. Like I fucking, you know, I'm a big Cubs fan, man. If you know me, you know I love the Cubs, bro. 2016 was like one of the best, bro. I remember going to school.
Is that when I went to the World Series?
Yeah, that's when they won it. And my mom, like, shout out mom's Duke, man. She's a real one. She got me tickets to go back home to Chicago because my brothers are big Cubs fans. So we just went to like Wrigleyville, which is like right out the stadium, just to like go there during the World Series, just to kick it type shit, just to be there.
Yeah, you're right there, you know,
just to be outside of the stadium. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm a big fan. But I remember being like being in high school though, like I want to say that was like junior year. That was junior year. Being like one of the only Cubs fans, and everybody would be like, hey, like even my English teacher was like, you know, they were just happy for me type thing, because I was like one of the only like Cubs fans. I'm from Chicago, like not many people, you know, it's all Giants fans and shit like that. So but yeah, bro, I've been a big baseball fan my whole life though, even still to this day, for sure. It's a nice little outlet, you know what I'm saying, to it's like nice. Balance it out from all the video stuff I do, just something like I genuinely like to
real
do.
life.
I need to find like a league though so I can play.
Dude, I want to.
Yeah,
I
right. I still like just the competitiveness of it. Like softball seems like it'd be like just the competitiveness, but it's not baseball though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would kind of be like something cool, but like to play like baseball, just to like, you know, play catch. Like that's something you don't realize once you stop as you get older. Is like baseball is a hard sport to do by yourself. Like you can't really do it. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah,
like, you need somebody to at least play catch with.
Yeah,
like, and it's like, you know, it's you know, a lot of people be playing baseball like that as they get older. You know what I'm saying? So
might start the cozy league, you know.
Cozy league coming. OTW.
We're not paying you, but you get an outlet.
Yeah, shout out to my baseball players. That's a grind. That's a big grind for sure. When you played? How long did you play for, or like when did you stop playing?
I probably started playing when I was like, I don't know, like 4 or 5, 6,
same,
you know, and then I stopped playing when I was like 15 or 16. Yeah. That's when I started running.
What made you stop? Just like a different sport?
When I got to high school, I don't know, it just became like miserable for
whatever
me.
you were playing for.
My coaches were just like dicks, and they're just fucking pissed all the time, and
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know, man. It just changed. Like, I just didn't love it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it now, but at the time, I was just like, I fucking hate this, you know?
Yeah, I feel
know.
you 100%. I kind of experienced that a little bit, not in high school, but like with the whole travel ball shit. Kind of took away the love for it a little bit.
It's intense.
You know, it's very like, if you're not performing, it's like you feel shitty like the whole day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, also too, you're playing like 3 games in one day on the weekend, and then you're playing another 2 games the next day, and it's just like, bruh, like this shit ain't fun. Like it's like a whole job. Like what's going on here? But it's just like, that's where the love of it comes for real. Cause like I know what you're saying. Like, you know, there's coaches that take that shit super serious, and it's like if the kids are not performing, bro, you're getting cussed at, this and that. Yeah, man. I remember particularly a coach that I really liked, and he was like the chillest dude ever. He was just like, just go out and play. I don't care. Like, he was, and it was funny because he was like an actual minor league player. And he was like the one dude, like, bro, just go play. Chill. Like, like I don't care what, like just go play. Like there's no big pressure. Like if we win, we win. Like he had the foresight, like, yo, it's a game at the end of the day. And a lot of coaches in that culture definitely be making it more than that, you know. So I feel you, especially once you get into high school too, you know what I'm saying. Like you got to do the varsity or the freshman teams and all that. It's a grind for sure. Every if you find something that you love, like a running, like you say you did running. You know, you find something like that, you're like, why would I torture myself doing that?
I was so glad I made that switch. Like I fell in love with running That's so dope. Hard. And I don't know, I've like cycled through different things, you know. I like trying different shit. Even when I was growing up, I would like stop playing baseball at times because I was like super into skateboarding, and then I would go back and forth, which I feel like is weird because those two are like so different, you know? Exactly. And I remember people like from the skating community be like, why the fuck are you playing baseball?
It's like just don't get it, ends of the spectrum as far as like the kids at high school. You got the skater kids, and then you got the
exactly. You know, I'm like playing both.
You're
like
in the middle,
a foot in each. You know.
That's so funny. Weird. Yeah, baseball is a game. It's very mental. Honestly, too, I think that's why I have the mental capacity as far as like focus I do with my video stuff. Is because even when I was, like I said, I was so like focused on baseball, I'd read a lot of like mental books on like how to stay focused, because baseball is a very mental game. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna like fail most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So like bringing that type of attitude into what I do now is kind of just like keep me focused as far as like, you know, things are going to happen, you know, shit's going to go left, but you know, you just got to stay focused, stay positive, and just do what you do. And it should eventually like, you know, work out for sure, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy how sports teach you so much about life, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. You know, team, you know, talking
the
about
team
the team
aspect, the individual aspect, staying focused. Like, bro, you're gonna get in slumps in baseball, or you're striking out all the time. You're like, fuck, like you're
I
so
get in slumps as far as like getting gigs. Like there'll be times where I don't get nothing. Like me and my girl were just talking about how like a week or a couple weeks ago, there was a week where I had nothing going on, and I'm over here just pulling my hair out, just fucking like, what's next? What is next? Like, what we doing? And you know, I come back back home today, and I got like probably like 6 videos I need to edit. Like I'm backed up, I need to do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like
still got time for a podcast though.
Yeah, you feel me? But it's like, you know, I got the it's like, this is what I want to do though. This is the love. Like, you know, I want to be busy. You know, I want to have stuff to do. It is kind of mentally, it's like I get like, especially not having a job too. You know, having a typical 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like, you can get lost in like, all right, what am I doing? You know, I'm not making any money right now. What the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's good to like know like, all right, I am doing something productive. Like I am getting paid. I am getting, you know, I'm doing something, and it's like something that I actually love too. So yeah, man, that's another thing as well with this full-time thing. It's just like, you know, knowing that like a slump of baseball, it comes and it goes. As weird as it gets, you can be as good as you can be, feel as top of your game as, you know, as ever, and you can't hit nothing, striking out every time, and then there's a time where you don't feel like you're doing anything, and you just start hitting them shits out the park. It's like, wait a minute. That shit's life though. That shit comes in waves, man.
Really, and you just gotta I feel like the sports, it really teaches you like have the faith to see it through.
The faith,
you know?
That's what it is. The faith, the hope.
Up and down all the time, you know? Like,
it's very
sometimes we don't really get banging guests like today, you know? So
just kidding. Just kidding. Nah, but for real, that's facts though, bro. You really don't, man. You really don't. And you gotta really love it too to see it through, have that faith. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that faith, bro. That long-term vision, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, have a good goal, and like if you're enjoying it, it'll just it'll just be passing, you know. It's not like every day I'm like fuck.
Yeah.
It's like every day this is just grinding, you know.
Yeah.
Facts.
To kind of like close it off in a sense.
Yeah.
Do you have any like future plans or future goals that you kind of have in mind?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Definitely want to, like, we did a show in 2021. 21. Yeah, 21. Or was it 22? No, I was 21. We had this artist a part of this label called Sauce House, which is under Pierre Bourne. We had him come out to Modesto. We did a whole show. Two of his artists that he signed to. So that was a really dope show. That was a big one. But I definitely want to do something like that again, another show, but not in Modesto, like either LA, the Bay Area, and possibly like Atlanta. We're talking about doing something out there. So definitely want to do a show. And just like with shows, it creates like a community. You can kind of see in person just the community and the type of people that gravitate towards the stuff that you do. So it's like a really dope like thing. Is just like, that's why I like shows in general. Is just the scene and the people that come out to them, the other creatives that are very like-minded. So definitely want to do that again this year in some capacity. Maybe a little bit smaller and more intimate scale. That definitely want to do more merch for sure. Quality merch.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
VHS Boyz.
That's my boy Andre. That's the other homie that does the screen printing for the boys. He's a part of it as well. That's the boy, man. He does all the screen printing. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's the guy that puts in the work for real. As far as the merch side, most definitely. Shout out the boy. So definitely want to do more merch. What else? Definitely trying to make the move to LA or SoCal for sure, like within this year or for at least a long period of time, maybe not permanent, but at least, because even just this week I was out there most recently for like, there was, Rolling Loud. So I was out there just kind of, trying to hit up events, and just within that whole week, just the stuff that I was able to just like do, because the people out there are just on my type of timing compared to here, where I'm just ready to go. People out there are ready to go. Here it's a little bit more chill and relaxed, which is, I like it because it gives me that balance, like we're going back to. So definitely want to try to make it out there for a period of time, most definitely. And just bigger productions, bigger videos. And just to like evolve as far as like a director and team, you know what I'm saying, building a better cohesive team, that's another goal as well. But just to keep doing what we do, man, you know, create a show, put out merch, and just bigger videos, create a bigger community, you know what I'm saying, but also expand outside of just California, like Atlanta and New York is something I definitely want to tap
go back
into.
To Chicago,
Yeah, definitely want to go back to Chicago. That's a place I be sleeping on, bro. I need to go back home for real and go out there. But it's just like Cali is where it's at though. Everybody in the country want to come to Cali for the most part. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Most like things.
Yeah,
like
we live
skateboarding.
All that shit. The culture. The culture, the Bay Area. I love SF. Honestly, that's probably, other than Chicago, San Francisco is probably my favorite city for sure. As far as just like the vibes out there is immaculate. It's got its bad parts like every city, but it's really dope if you find the right like parts in nature. It's super lit.
I know you're saying you on your music videos you wanted to go like more cinematography.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fucking say that. Cinematography?
Yeah, cinematography?
Yeah, like style, like less kind of jumbled. Someone that came to mind is, do you know, what is her name? Monique Yvonne? I don't know. I think she used to be local. You know?
Who?
I think her name
is... Monique.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's crazy.
She used to be local, right?
Yeah, she went to Bayer.
Went
to high school with her and her brother.
And like her,
crazy.
And now she's like doing great stuff there
crazy.
too. I think she
doing
moved.
It by
she
himself.
moved. I don't know where she left.
Dude, she's on a whole nother stratosphere.
Yeah,
she's a star for sure.
So it's super inspiring to see, and like kind of what you're saying too, like how she just does like shots of things and like sets that up fucking by herself, films it all, edits it all, and I'm like,
films by herself.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's crazy. I seen him at a random party one time in LA. One of my homies, Arshawn, had we somehow like locked in with the people, and I seen him there, and I was like, yo, like, y'all killing it. Cause her brother I grew up with her brother. He was in my class, and so I kind of knew him. We would play basketball, but his sister is just like going crazy though. They're both really talented, bro. They're like, they got it. They got it for sure. Yeah, she's a great example of somebody that kind of like made it out of here in a sense and just kind of really just did their thing, you know, and just took off.
Yeah,
like,
you know, she seems really dedicated to it, and like fucking love seeing her shit on like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm like, I don't even follow her on TikTok sometimes, and I'll just see her and I'm like, what the fuck, like, you know, like she's making it. It's cool, man. It's inspiring.
She's a star, most definitely. You can tell certain people just got that look. You know what I'm saying? She's a star, man. It's undeniable, and she's just talented. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, some definitely in that form. I've actually shot a short film before with one of my homies. Yeah, we actually like shot my homie Michael. Like he like scripted it out. We had a bunch of homies. We like just like it was one of those guerrilla style things where it's like I didn't even know what I was doing, but it was like I was kind of applying what I do with music videos to the short film aspect, and that was really a dope experience. We like premiered it in like some like in the middle of 2020, in the middle of the riots. You remember that whole time in 2020? We were doing like a short film just like in the homie's crib, and then like went to San Diego to go premiere it at like some like low key event. That shit was like that was a dope experience. But like definitely want to do kind of in that realm of like short form, short film, like storytelling, documentaries. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that route eventually. Music videos is like the fun stuff for sure. Yeah. We definitely want to incorporate more of a cinematography look to it, and you know, because it's like the thing with effects is like you see it like a lot nowadays. A lot of times, if you notice, like the more effects there are going on, the less that's really happening in the video. It's more so just probably like random shit. Then they're just like making it look cool. But it's like if you can really create a world like an A$AP Rocky does with his videos, you can create a world and you can just immerse yourself in it. You don't really got to do too many effects because just the world that you create itself is just going to be dope. That's the video. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the route I want to kind of go is like create the world and then film within that world instead of just like a lot of effects on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Which is still cool. It's a lane for that. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I've been doing it for a while. I'm just trying to evolve as an artist, as a creative. And it's more fun into like just creating those worlds, creating those sets, creating that storyline within a video. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal, man. It's just create movies. You know what I'm saying? Just stand out, bro.
Nice.
And that's all you got to do these days. There's so much shit going on TikTok. You hop on Instagram right now. It's like 50 million other people doing music videos. Yeah. You know, you just gotta find your lane and do your thing, bro. VHS Boyz, way visuals, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all got any more questions for me? Well, how you been? How y'all been, man?
Good. I mean, we've been chilling, man. Just trying to do this.
Yeah. What made y'all get into the podcast for real?
I watched a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I think I went through a period where I like discovered like, holy shit, I really like podcasts, you know? And then I would watch certain ones where I'm like, I really like the way they do it. Like they're being super like raw and they're like talking about
like an example of somebody you really mess with?
I watched a show called Leo and Danny Show. They're kind of like a little more underground, I'd say, but they're just super raw and like they just talk about like embarrassing shit or like raunchy ass shit that they've done. I'm like, bro, I fuck with that. You know, and like we don't even have a really like a style. Like people be like, what kind of podcast do you have? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like we just fucking talk, like whatever's going on, or like we have a funny ass story or something. You know, I just like that, dude. It's really fun, and I wanted to try it, and I was like, we should fucking like, I really want to make one, you know.
That's fire.
And we had a YouTube channel a few years ago, like 2019, and we'd do like vlogs with like kind of like skits and stuff. Like
I feel like I've probably seen it before.
It's called Valley Boys.
I've probably seen it.
Angel
before.
was in there too.
Okay. It was the three of us. So we did that first. Just kind of like fell off, stopped doing it, and then I think after that I never really stopped like thinking about making like, I guess, content, and then it was either like this or like start like vlogging again or doing something. So and I came to him and I was like, dude, let's fucking do it. Like I'm really serious about it. And we're like, all right. Then we tried it and liked it. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, same thing with Chris with the whole creative thing. It's like I've always known I wanted to be like a creator kind of thing.
And I honestly, when I met, I didn't really know you was into that type of shit. Like, you know, when I met you, like when we worked together, I didn't know you were
just chilling, you know?
You know, we were just kicking it for real. Yeah.
And just like doing this has definitely gained the confidence of like, dude, I definitely love to create stuff. And I just like to be part of things like this, you know? I think Valley Boys was just like tapping into it, just being like, oh, like, you know, just film some shit,
Yeah.
edit some shit. I remember I would do a lot of the editing beforehand too, and just being like, wow, like you're making something and you post it and it's yours, you know?
Yeah.
You kind of fall in love with that.
That's like a drug, being able to create something and then post it, and then you see like some engagement.
When other
come back.
people repost it, I'm like, I made that.
Yeah.
Like that's
like when
crazy.
I started out, bro. Like one of the OG original things that got me into doing graphic design and like doing that, I had for like left this out. That really like kickstarted it, because I'm just not thinking about it. Is, I don't know if you know who Roy Woods. He's an OVO artist.
Yeah.
Bro, like, fuck, when was it? Like 14. You know that drama? You know, like when he had drama with Drake?
Is that when he's in like it's kind of like it was at night?
And it was like, it's like a cool looking like cover. So I made like a collage of that. And he reposted it on his gram. And I remember just seeing that. I remember just the gratification, or just the feeling I got from seeing an artist that like I fucked with, who was like at somewhat of a big level, you know. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but to see he like fucked with the work and posted it on his gram, I was like, yeah, that's hard as fuck. And I just started like, dude, that's weirdly like what kick started a lot of just like cover art, you know, collages and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a drug, bro. Seeing that people fuck with your work that you just did in your room and that you just created, it's like it's nothing like it. That feeling, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Especially getting like to where we're at, where it's like we're posting, it's consistent. Like I mean, we posted a podcast a week for a while.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah. Just the consistency.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah,
bro.
like lately it's been really tough, but at the same time, there's just this level of confidence and like certainty I have with it's like, bro, all this shit goes wrong, but like we're posting Friday. Like no matter what, like
no matter
I don't
what.
know about the reels, you know, I don't know about like what's the next guest or whatever gonna happen, but at least the video's gonna be there.
You know something's posting.
Yeah, something's gonna happen.
You gotta look at it as like TV, bro. You know, at 9 o'clock on this day, at this
9
time,
a.m.
you
right
can
there.
tune in.
Every Friday.
And we haven't failed in a long time, you know.
That's good. Keep it up, bro.
So it's been nice just doing that. Like you said, man, it's a double-edged sword with like the gratification from outside people, you know.
Yeah,
all this
sure.
like
it's dope,
a great ass pod could just have 10 likes, whatever, and then
you can't look at it like that.
But at the same time, like when that does happen and you do get a lot of likes and you do get a lot of views, you're like, holy shit, like, you know, this is nice. Like, wow, like I feel good. Like, people are enjoying it. And the pod, especially more like solo stuff, it's just us talking. Like it's just us. And you know, sometimes it's some crazy ass shit that, you know, like I don't know what the fuck you know, and so the people who do kind of continuously watch, I'm like, wow, you just like me, you know, like you just like me, like that's nice.
Those
like
are
you
the
know,
OG fans. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep them close.
And then having guests like you, and we've had tons of other guests. That's one of my favorite parts too. Like I couldn't imagine just doing solo too. You know, I love having guests, like just hearing your story and hearing tons of other people's stories and just having conversations, like so fun to me, you know, like wow, like I'm
interesting.
It's nice, you know.
Out there.
And then I get so excited for other people to listen. I'm like, dude, like you know, you would have never met Dylan, you know, you would have never seen what he's doing. So it's always nice being able to put that on and being like, dude, like, look, like we just had a conversation and you guys are part of it. And that's something like super special and cool.
Something,
you know?
it's very special, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you seeing you again, meeting
I know.
you, bro. For real, man. Like, we definitely got to lock in for sure.
Anything you kind of want to shout out?
Shout out the boys.
Tag it.
Shout out VHS Boyz. You know what I'm saying? Going up this year. Shout out the homie Andre. Wave Visuals at Wave Visuals. And just shout out my family and all my people that know me. You know, if you know, you know. I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate you coming on. It was great. I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen and like you know, this year. We're still early into this year, only 3 months in. Even though it's kind of going quick.
It's
going quick.
I'm flying right now.
But that's probably a good thing because that means we're busy. You know, we're all working on our craft, and I'm really excited to see you. And I hope see you soon and see you grow. Maybe you'll see us in a music video. Maybe we'll switch to rapping. Who knows? You know?
You need a skit. You need a like little video y'all rapping or something.
Yeah, hey, we might the Cozy Show. You know,
a little day in the life.
But no, I appreciate you. I'm glad that I got to connect with you after like fucking a few years and to see the trajectory we're going.
It's not many people doing this that I know that live out here. So it's like I'm seeing, you know, y'all doing something y'all genuinely like. It's different. It's unique. It's like I want to show love, man.
Yeah,
like,
and he was super quick about it. You know, he was like, I was like, hey, do you want to do a pod? He's like, yeah. It was like 2 weeks later, there it is. You know,
let's get it.
So I'm really
with it.
Thanks for taking time out of your schedule. You know,
for sure. Like I said, just touched down. Had to make sure I come through here real quick. About to get back to work tonight though.
I know.
Be a fucking
get some rest. Get a nap beforehand or something.
And that's a big thing, bro. The rest thing is a big thing, but you know, we good today though. I got a yerba mate in me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out yerba. I need that sponsorship as well. There's a lot of sponsorships, you know. I'm throwing names out there. I need that.
Yeah,
I know, we all these free plugs.
I need that weekly yerba mate to keep me going. Eventually though, we'll get it. But no, yeah, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, it's cool to have like another creative on, because a lot of the people we have on, it's either like, I don't know, they just have like some really unique like perspective or something, but I don't think, have we had people who are like, you know, kind of creating like,
I guess says what she wants is kind of
true, she like influenced her a little bit.
I think that's the only one I could think of.
Sorry if we forgot you, but you know, it was just cool. It's
We've
like
had a lot, so
I see so many similarities, you know, with what you're saying.
Yeah,
like,
for
dude,
sure.
Fuck us too, you know, the pressure and like all this stuff, but that's sick.
Definitely
You're a good
recommend
guest.
y'all get more people. If y'all need like recommendations, I could definitely send some people that are doing dope stuff. Because I mean, it's dope to just hear conversations with other creatives. It's very like a inspirational, motivational thing to be like, all right, I'm on the right path. Like even if I'm not there yet, I hear somebody else talking about it. Oh, they're writing stuff down too. They're manifesting. They're, you know what I'm saying? This writing goes down. Like, all right, I know I'm doing the right thing as well.
Well,
for real.
appreciate you guys.
The
Thanks
Cozy
for watching.
Gang.
The Cozy Gang. We'll see you guys.
On the Cozy Show.
Thanks. This should be out this Friday, so hope you guys are watching.
Okay,
Anything, any news on our end?
We just hit 600 subs, which is lit. Thanks for that.
YouTube ground different. Congrats on that. You know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That shit.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but like, God,
it's a lot.
I just hit 343, and I'm like, yo, we getting there.
Yeah, we be getting there.
Bro.
A sub at a time.
Hey,
every sub is like
every
wow.
time.
every time you see a sub, a little bit of like,
yes, bro. I mean,
excitement.
YouTube is such a grind, bro. If you know, you know.
If you
That's
know,
a
you know.
grind.
If you don't know, get on it.
Get on it and sub to VHS Boyz and the Cozy Show.
Exactly. We'll put the links, everything we kind
All
of
the
talked
big
about in the
facts.
descriptions and stuff like that. Thanks
Most
everyone
definitely.
for watching. Hope
Appreciate
you guys enjoyed.
y'all.
Wait.
Oh,
that was number 50. This is pod number 50.
Whoa.
yeah, podcast number 50, guys. The 50
50
special. We didn't even say anything. So,
Yo,
whoop, 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 whoop.
50, man.
It's a big one. Thank you guys,
Maybe
dude. That's half
maybe
100.
50 in the future. I'll come back and we'll see what.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for 100.
And another 50, bro.
for 100. That's right.
And we might be alive, hopefully. But dude, thanks for
Facts.
50 podcasts, guys. That's fucking big. Sorry, real quick. Wow.
Holy shit.
So thanks for being part of the journey, man. That's halfway to 100. It's been a long time. It's been a year and like 3 months since we started,
Yeah.
and
Keep
it's
going.
been a crazy journey.
Giveaway coming soon.
Giveaway coming
We're trying to do a
soon.
giveaway for hitting
Cozy
50.
merch.
Yeah,
So,
trying to get that.
something. Yeah, we'll figure that out. You'll hear something.
Here,
But-
stay tuned. All right, guys.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Later.
Whoosh, darling, whoosh, you